Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about histopathological findings. So in the histopathological findings, first we have parakeratosis. In the parakeratosis, we have the following things. First, these are the layers. One, we have stratum basale, stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum, lucidum and stratum corneum. Whenever normally in stratum corneum you will not see the nucleus, but if there is presence of nucleus is seen in stratum corneum, then we call it as parakeratosis. Parakeratosis is retention of nucleus in stratum corneum is called as parakeratosis. If you see the examples of parakeratosis, these include psoriasis, we have eczema, actinic keratosis, seborrheic dermatitis and squamous cell carcinoma is seen in parakeratosis. Examples are psoriasis, eczema, actinic keratosis, seborrheic dermatitis and squamous cell carcinoma. Second pathological finding is dyskeratosis. Dys means abnormal or premature keratinization is seen in dyskeratosis. This is of three types. One, we have malignant. Second, we have pre-malignant condition. Third, we have benign conditions. In malignant conditions, you will see dyskeratosis is seen in malignant conditions like squamous cell carcinoma. See, this is the layers of the skin, superficial being stratum cornea, then stratum granulosum, spinosum and we have stratum basale. Now, here there is presence of dyskeratosis or keratin pearls in the abnormal location. Normally, keratinization is seen in stratum corneum, but if the keratin pearls or dyskeratosis is abnormal keratinization is seen, then that is example squamous cell carcinoma. Then in pre-malignant conditions like Bowen's disease, Paget's disease and in benign conditions like Hailey-Hailey disease and Darier's disease, you see premature keratinization or dyskeratosis. The third disorder is spongiosis. In spongiosis, we have in the stratum spinosum, if there is fluid accumulation outside, that is extracellular accumulation of fluid is seen in the stratum spinosum, then we call it as acute eczema. That is extracellular fluid accumulation in stratum spinosum is called as spongiosis. Example is acute eczema. Then the fourth is ballooning of cells. What is ballooning? Ballooning is intracellular accumulation of fluid in stratum spinosum is ballooning of cells. Here there is intracellular accumulation of fluid. Intracellular accumulation of fluid in stratum spinosum is called as ballooning of fluid. Example is acute eczema. Then we have 5, which is acanthosis. What is acanthosis? Acanthosis is thickening of stratum spinosum is acanthosis. So now stratum spinosum is very big, very thickened. So this is the thickened stratum spinosum is acanthosis. Now examples of this acanthosis include chronic eczema, lichenified lesions, psoriasis also comes under acanthosis, which is thickening of stratum spinosum, and we also have psoriasis. Both these are regular acanthosis. We also have irregular acanthosis, especially that is lichen planus. Right. Then the next disorder, sixth disorder is hypergranulosis. Now in the hypergranulosis, sixth disorder is hypergranulosis, where you will see in this there is thickening of granulosa layer. Stratum granulosum gets thickened here. As the name says, hypergranulosis. So there is thickening of stratum granulosa layer is seen. Example is lichen planus. Here there is thickening of stratum granulosum. So example is lichen planus, that is wedge shaped. Then we have seventh one, which is called as agranulosis or hypogranulosis. In this agranulosis or hypogranulosis, here if you see, there is complete absence or thinning of stratum granulosum is seen. Absent or thinning of stratum granulosum is seen. If you see the examples, these include psoriasis and ichthyosis vulgaris. So that is agranulosis. Then we have the eighth one, which is microabscess. These microabscess can be, that is presence of abscess is present. It is of three types. We have neutrophilic microabscess, eosinophilic microabscess and lymphocytic microabscess. Neutrophilic microabscess includes, first we have papillary tip microabscess, which is seen in dermatitis herpetiformis. Then we have Monroe's microabscess or Kagoch pustules. Both these are seen in psoriasis. Then we have eosinophilic microabscess, which is seen in pemphigus vegetans, and we have lymphocytic microabscess, which includes Potrier's microabscess seen in mycosis fungoides. You see Potrier's microabscess in mycosis fungoides. Then we have ninth one, which is acantholysis. Now in the acantholysis, you will see this is the two cells. Now the cells have, I said that these are the two keratinocytes with desmosomes, right? So these desmosomes, whenever there is defect in these desmosomes, then you will see that the keratinocytes are separated. So these are the separation of keratinocytes occurs due to the defect in desmosomes. So this is called as acantholysis. So this will result in formation of the keratinocytes will transform themselves to form an oval shaped cells called as acanthocytes. So these acanthocytes have nucleus which occupies almost 7/8 portion of the cell. So they have nucleus which will occupies almost 7/8 portion of the cell, which is called as acanthocytes. Right. So these are surrounded by perinuclear halo. Then if you see the then for acantholysis we have to use a smear called as Zank smear can be used in acantholysis. Then if you see the examples, in the examples we have pemphigus. We have pemphigus vulgaris, pemphigus foliaceus and pemphigus paraneoplastic. So first in the pemphigus vulgaris, here there is defect in desmoglein 3 more than desmoglein 1, and in pemphigus foliaceus occurs due to the defect in desmoglein 1. Pemphigus paraneoplastic occurs due to the defect in desmoplakin, placoglobin and envoplakin. Then we have Darier's disease, where there is defect in calcium ATPase, and we have Haley disease and Darier's disease, where you see defect in calcium ATPase. And we also have subcorneal pustular dermatosis or Sneddon-Wilkinson's disease, where you see defect in desmocolin. So this is about the important changes that occur in the histological findings which you see in the skin. Thank you for watching.